Not one, but two SXBs. Stick around. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Three River Survival. We're going to talk about these right here. These are my SXBs. And as you can see, one is in the regular black traction coating and the other one is in the camouflage pattern. Now, if you guys don't know, you know that I'm an avid knife collector and user. I will be going through a lot of my collection, so if you don't see any tree sap on there, just be advised I haven't gotten around to it yet. Now, I know somebody's going to say that it's a tracker, it's a tracker, it's a tracker. It looks like a tracker, it's not really a tracker, okay? So again, yes, it does have similarities. It does look very similar in some aspects, but honestly, this is a beast of a knife, and although this is supposed to be a one-tool option, and it is pretty decent, and I do have my own thoughts and theories on it, and I'll get to that in another review, the SXB is far superior in my own opinion. Now, before I drop this down and we talk a little bit about the specs and all the good stuff that you guys came here to see, what I need you to do is to like, subscribe, share, add some comments down below if you have one of these knives. This will be a tabletop review. I'm sorry I haven't been able to get out into the forest lately. And if you like what you see here, put some comments down below and also check out the other links that I have. The way you support this channel is very simple. You can go to threeriverblades.com and check out all the blades that I have, or you can check out the Amazon links and things that I put down below. And of course, I'll get like 10 cents on the dollar. I will also put Topps' link. They don't pay me to say that. I just like the blades. So again, I'm going to do them that solid. All right. So check the links down below. Let me drop this camera. We'll get started. All right, guys, when it comes to the packaging, Topps is very, very simple. What they do is they use a plastic sleeve, and sometimes you will get a box. Again, they try to up their game with the box. Honestly, I don't really care. I'm here for the product. And also you get the warranty. They don't even fill these out anymore. So it's just, you can get like, I have a million of these just laying around. And of course, with the sheath, you'll also get some type of Topps whistle. And maybe you will get a little bit of paracord, all right? So that being said, let's just jump into the knives because I like them very much. All right, so let's talk about price point. Price point on these are going to be about $330 on the website. Again, if you are somebody that wants the regular standard version, it's going to be a little bit cheaper. Again, I bought mine for about $300. I forget the actual price, but it was about 300 bucks. And the camouflage one was significantly more, probably about 380. All right, and the reason is because it's camouflage, so it's a little bit more of a collector's item, that kind of thing. It is a fixed blade. It is the overall length is 15.75, blade length is 9.38, and the cutting edge is 8.75. The blade thickness is 1/4 of an inch thick, which is very, very thick. Traction coating, like I said, black linen micartas, and a lot of them do have that red liner. All right, Rocky Mountain tread, I should say, Rocky Mountain tread. The weight of this knife is 26 ounces, okay? So it is not a light knife. A lot of what I would be using this for is some type of shelter building or very heavy duty work, very heavy duty tasks. It does have a sawback, and again, I don't want to call that a sawback, but it's mostly made for notching. It does have bi-directional blades, so you can use it as a cutting tool. And the blade does have a sweeping curve here, which I like. And again, that's going to give me a little bit more chopping power, or at least a chopping area. And again, it has this sweeping hook in there, if you can see that. That sweeping hook ideally is supposed to be used for some type of feather sticks, or if you put a stick in the ground, you could use it in a backward motion and it would cut a lot of stuff, all right? So, or at least peel away a lot to make feather sticks, all right? It does have 3 latching points, 1, 2, and 3 here. I don't know if you would want to use this as a spear. I mean, I guess you could, but this thing is super heavy. Traction coating is nice. It does have bow drill divots on both sides, and of course you can take this handle off if you need to. On the back, it does have a pommel, or quote-unquote skull crusher, and the skull crusher to me is pretty decent. I do like that it's not overly sharpened. You could also use it to pry open certain things without messing up your blade. I did see on a couple other videos where people were having trouble striking their fire steel. Again, if you wanted to, there is a flat portion here where you had to take, if you wanted to, you could take the traction coating off and use that. And ideally, it does have a little bit of jimping on the reverse slope. So I don't know if you can see that. It does have a little bit of jimping on the reverse slope. So really nice overall. I do have extra large hands, and when I'm working with this or when I'm feeling it, this here to me feels like it's a little bit thin for me. Again, to each his own. That's really a personal preference. But when I choke back here, I know that I could really swing this blade. So E.J. Snyder is a retired Army for about 25 years. He was first seen on Naked and Afraid, and he goes through the story about how his first episode he did have a knife that broke on him, so he was very upset with that, and I guess he contacted Tops, or Tops contacted him, and he designed his own blade. Now there are many videos on the internet about this blade, about being in use, about trying to destroy it. And what I can tell you is this thing is an absolute workhorse. It is a beast. It's very heavy duty. If I had to go with a one tool option, this would probably be the one. It's very heavy. It does everything I needed to do. Again, if I needed to use a fire striker, I would just maybe peel off some of this paint and use a fire striker, or use this. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the sheaths themselves. I am not a big fan of the Top sheaths. There are other sheath makers out there. If you're looking for a sheath for this knife, go to threeriverkydex.com. I will make you a sheath for this knife with all the specifications that you like. threeriverkydex.com, check it out. This is that Ballistic nylon sheath. It is serviceable. It will work. It does come with very large, long Molle straps on it. It does have a pouch in the front, so if you want to put some of your gear, you can. Also has a tie down for, let's say, a leg strap. Something like this, this knife maybe would be more suitable on a pack as opposed to carrying it, just the way the sheath is set up and designed. Tops also put in here 2 button snaps as well as Velcro, because anybody that had spent time in the field knows that Velcro will eventually get duff and debris in here and it won't work anymore. So you have 2 of those working for you, which is nice. The downside also to the sheath is that is not bi-directional. So the knife only goes in there one way. You cannot flip the knife around and put it the other way. The insert, the plastic insert out and then flip it around. If you wanted like a lefty carry, you can do that. But again, it's a little bit more work. Most people are probably going to go ahead and get the Kydex sheath. I've seen some really nice Kydex sheath pieces out there for this blade. This blade right now is going to be a little bit difficult to find. Tops has a problem now with stocking up their knives just because they're very popular, and there's a lot of people out there that want them. I would say if you're interested in this type of knife, either the black traction coating or the camouflage one, your best bet is going to be in a third-party vendor, such as either eBay or maybe the forums, or maybe your local sporting goods store. All right, so it's going to be very difficult to find. Again, look at spending a little bit more money. So if it's $330 on Top's website, it's probably going to be somewhere in the $380, $390, or $400 if you want one of these. Let me bring you back up top. Guys, if you have money burning in your pocket, I would absolutely buy this survival knife. All right, this is what I would call a one-tool option. Very big, very stout, kind of heavy, so please be in shape if you're going to use one of these things. I have 2 of them. Obviously, one's going to be for collection, and then of course there's going to be one to go beat up in the woods with. Once I go play around in the woods with it, I'll have another video for you. This is just a tabletop because I was just able to procure these. And again, this is a really nice knife. Check out Tops. I will put the link down below. If they're available on Amazon, please use my Amazon link. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe, share, put some comments on below if you have one of these knives. Let me know what you think about it. I really appreciate it. And as always, guys, please stay safe.